Hey everyone! Welcome to The Young and the Restless. I'm Jane, and I'm so excited to have you here. If you love Young and the Restless, then you're in the right place. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Alright, let's dive right in. Jack explodes at Billy's betrayal, Phyllis tests Sharon's patience, and Nick warns Kane to back off. Today's Young and the Restless recap airs in the United States on Wednesday, July 9, 2025, and one day earlier in Canada. We provide YNR recaps every day. In the final episode of YNR, Claire respects Cole's memory, Mariah's terrible secret is revealed as she relives the night she smothered the old man, and Danny plots a romantic proposal for Cricket. Kane enters the center court and joins Phyllis. He believes she shouldn't be celebrating her victory yet. Phyllis shrugs. She's merely sipping something as the pressure rises. Kane wonders if she is already feeling the pressure. Phyllis claims she doesn't feel anything, but perhaps others do. She is waiting for the meltdowns to occur. Kane apologizes for cutting the talk short earlier. Phyllis admits that watching Damien and Lily together must be difficult, given Damien was once on his payroll and still has feelings for Lily. Kane nods. He realized they couldn't just go back into a relationship. Phyllis inquires about his intention to acquire enterprises in Genoa City. While she believes it is feasible with the correct support, she finds his focus on a past love to be distracting. Kane claims his affections for Lily will not interfere with his objectives for Genoa City. Phyllis claims that Lily can retain a grudge. She knows Lily and Kane were madly in love and made it work for a while until everything went apart. They got along well while raising their children. According to Kane, Lily was unhappy when he reconnected with his father and attempted to recover Devon's money from Colin. He grew close to his father and forgiven him. Phyllis inquires whether he forgave his father for what he had done to him, or for what Colin had done to everyone else. Lily's outrage is understandable, considering Colin is a man who never repents. Kane claims his father was dying and was on borrowed time. Colin aimed to build Kane's legacy by assisting him in establishing Dumas and his empire. Phyllis smiles. Colin helped him create a fictitious name as a legacy? Kane claims he never damaged anyone by keeping his name hidden. However, his announcement may surprise some. According to Phyllis, individuals are not just astonished but also angry, outraged, and defensive. She looks around furtively and says she knows something she shouldn't tell him, but he needs to know it. She claims that the Newmans are aware of his plans. Kane shrugs. Victor always knows everything. Phyllis expresses concern for him and requests to be informed of his plans so she can prepare. Kane believes she's ahead of herself, but he's not sure he wants her aid. Phyllis questions how many allies he has. Hasn't she proven herself to him? Kane claims she has not demonstrated her allegiance to him. Phyllis claims Nick gave her information about his family and instructed her to choose between Kane and her daughter's father, which she has done. Isn't this enough for him? Kane shook his head. Not quite. Phyllis asks how many hoops he expects her to leap through. She understands the story about the three musketeers and how they bowed before the king, but she is not going to do it. She is there with him, not her ex, Nick. Kane shrugs. She has not sided against Nick or prioritized her own interests above Nick's. Phyllis is willing to sacrifice her relationship to provide Kane with knowledge, indicating a unique situation. Kane scoffs. Even the Newmans' waitstaff would know Kane was after them. Phyllis reveals to him a secret that the waitstaff is unaware of. The Newmans are aware that he has been purchasing real estate in Genoa City and has purchased the Chancellor divisions that Nikki liquidated. Kane wonders how the Newmans know this. Phyllis says she knows he has a method to communicate with the outside world, and the Newmans appear to have the same. Kane apologizes for disappointing her, but he lacks a magical Wi-Fi wand. The Newmans were unable to obtain the information through this method. Phyllis instructs him to disclaim any involvement in Genoa City dealings. Kane advises her to investigate how the Newmans obtained the information, as it will be highly valuable. Phyllis wonders if it will be of significant value to Kane or her. The Dumas Express. In the bar car, Nick and Sharon discuss Adam. Nick appreciates Adam's prompt arrival and confirmation. Adam will do anything to stop Kane, as the Newmans are always supportive of one another. Sharon believes Adam would be pleased to learn that Nick has such faith in him. The subject shifts to Phyllis. According to Nick, Phyllis is still interested in working with Kane. He advised Phyllis to choose between supporting Kane against everyone or siding with her friends against him. She should align with her trusted allies. He did, however, inform her about something Kane did that demonstrated his lack of trustworthiness. Sharon believes it's a good thing he didn't tell Phyllis too much, since she would likely go straight to Kane with that information. Nick agrees. He can only make so much progress with Phyllis, but perhaps someone else could. Sharon does not know anyone who Phyllis trusts. She considers for a moment. Wait, do you mean me? Nick believes Phyllis is determined to learn Kane's secrets, and obtaining that information from her would be worthwhile. They have no idea what Kane is up to, and they can't prepare until they find out. Sharon believes Phyllis may simply tell her to go to hell rather than telling her anything. Nick shrugs. Maybe, but does Sharon want Phyllis in the firing line? Sharon claims she didn't save Phyllis's life just to wreck it now. She swears to do everything she can to figure out what Phyllis knows. It's a shame this vacation has become so complicated. It could have been magical. Nick acknowledges and thanks her. He claims she's the best. The hedge maze. Billy and Sally come into a clearing in the maze surrounded by benches and statues. They begin kissing, but are interrupted as Jack and Diane walk in. They smile and say hi. Diane observes that they appear to be the only ones enjoying the trip, despite the extreme heat. Billy believes Kane is enjoying the situation, but as the pressure builds, everything explodes. Sally recommends taking a swim to beat the heat. Swimming suits are optional. Diane grins. Trace risky. Jack inquires whether they have had any communication with Kane. Billy hopes they will meet up with him soon. Jack advises Billy not to accept money from Kane. It is clear that Kane is interested in Chancellor, so why would he choose Abbott Communications? He proposes that they leave well enough alone. Diane agrees. Billy has sufficient funding from Jack and is thriving independently, so why complicate matters? Jack notices Billy's enigmatic expression. What does that look mean? Is there anything I should know? Billy says if there is anything he should know, he will tell him. Sally reminds Billy that Jack invested because he believed in him. Perhaps now is the moment to discuss. Billy claims Kane wants Chancellor back, and he wants to help him with that. Jack curses. Billy should be over it by now. Billy recognizes Kane's methods and believes that working together to reclaim Chancellor is a valuable chance. Diane wants to know what Kane has said about Chancellor. Billy says he hasn't been able to discuss it with Kane yet, but they're both loyal to Catherine and linked to Jill. Diane assumed Billy was finished with Jill. Billy claims that Jill sold Chancellor to the devil, Victor, and that Kane was against it. He claims that Jill did not give Kane a position at Chancellor, which Kane is unhappy about. If he assists Kane in regaining Chancellor, Kane will have to thank him. According to Jack, Billy appears to be focused solely on Kane Ashby and Chancellor, but what about Abbott Communications? Jack invested in it so Billy would have something to focus on. Billy believes that Abbott Communications will be a huge success. Jack does not think so. If Billy is infatuated with Chancellor, Abbott Communications will fail. Billy is confident that Abbott Communications will be led by Sally, who is highly talented. Jack sputters. What? He questions how Billy could make such a choice without consulting him first. Billy explains that Chancellor will not be a part-time job and that he needs to restore confidence in the position. Jack instructs him to proceed to the section regarding Abbott Communications. Billy claims that Sally is COO, thus Jack should not be concerned if she is CEO. Jack claims he made an investment in Billy. Billy claims he made the investment because he trusted his judgment. It is his decision. He will not leave the company that bears his name, but Sally will manage the day-to-day operations. Diane claims that Jack made the investment believing that Billy would operate it. She wonders if Sally is capable of running the organization. Sally claims to have served as CEO several times, including a brief stint at Newman Media. She is convinced she can lead the company. Jack is upset. This was not a financial investment for him. He did not ask for a prospectus. He wanted his brother to have something to focus on after Jill ripped the rug out from under him, but now he's ready to walk away and hand over the whole thing to Sally. He didn't do this for Sally, but for his brother. Billy says he knows why Jack is unhappy, but he trusts Sally, and if Jack doesn't, the talk ends. Jack claims he made the investment out of faith, but Billy is mocking his faith by pursuing impossible ambitions. Billy believes Jack has no faith in him. Jack questions why the corporation bearing their family's name does not deserve Billy's attention. Billy believes Abbott Communications will succeed from the moment they debut, but he thinks Jill made a mistake when she sold Chancellor to Victor. He says he tried to get over it, but he needs to fix it and prove he can do it. Jack claims he does not have to prove anything. Billy has always enjoyed the thrill of winning. What else could keep Billy's attention for more than a year or two, except than his loathing for Victor? Billy claims that Jack's hate for Victor captured his attention for years. It's time they put that jerk in his place. Sally notices that things are starting to boil and advises that they all take a break. Diane agrees. Chancellor is privately owned and well-funded, and Victor will not let anyone take it away from him. Kane cannot win, with or without Billy's assistance. Billy adds he is looking forward to proving Diane wrong. According to Jack, Billy's obsession with reuniting with Chancellor is unreasonable. Billy believes they can defeat Victor and see this as their greatest chance. It will be worth it. According to Jack, Billy's life cannot be measured by his victory over Victor. It is meaningless and empty. He should believe in himself, and Victor should not be part of that equation. He is making a mistake. Billy acknowledges that he does not have the desired backing, but he values Jack's perspective and wants Jack to respect his own. Jack cautions Billy to be cautious as he does not want him to end up losing both companies. Billy's hackles raise. He inquires if Jack is threatening to withdraw his investment from Abbott Communications. The hedge maze's central courtyard. Nick and Sharon make their way through the maze and arrive in the center courtyard. When they observe Kane and Phyllis talking, they say hi. Kane hopes the heat isn't intolerable. Nick says he's loving it, but he can't wait to return to Genoa City. Kane agrees. Everyone feels a special pull towards the town. Sharon excuses herself and walks over to talk with Phyllis. Nick asks Kane whether he is serious about returning to Genoa. He must have been busy growing his great empire in the interim, and now that he wants to return to town, he wants to get rid of all his firms under the Dumas umbrella. Seems like it will be rather tough because he can't reach the outside world. Kane admits that through a kink in the works, but he doesn't worry about the minor details. Nick wonders if Kane has actually changed. Kane emphasizes the importance of connections. Victor prioritizes his family and loves, and appreciates the opportunity to spend time with good old friends. Sharon tells Phyllis that she hopes she didn't disrupt anything between her and Kane. Phyllis laughs that she interrupted their top secret, hush-hush conversation. She is bored of this game, but thinks Nick told Sharon to talk to her and see whether she has taken a side yet. Sharon admits Phyllis is correct. Phyllis claims Nick is attempting to pick Sharon's brains. Sharon shrugs. Phyllis could just tell her which side she chose. Phyllis thinks she could, but she hasn't chosen a side yet. It's no secret that she's attempting to advance her career, but she believes things will work out this time. She's still unsure which side to take. Sharon tells Phyllis that she knows and is acquainted with one side, while the other side is Kane. Kane has been absent for years, deceiving everyone. Phyllis claims her friends have abandoned her. Sharon does not believe that is true. Phyllis claims she has no history with Kane. Everyone else considers Phyllis a problem or a mistake. Sharon is asked if she would rather be on the side of those who consider her a bother or those who see her as a valuable asset. Nick informs Kane that he has changed. Kane claims he's the same person he's always been. Nick claims the Kane he knew would not have hidden behind his alias. He believes Kane is attempting to make a point by flying everyone out. He claims that Lily has moved on, and that everything Kane is doing is alienating her further. He claims that Kane's other visitors do not trust him. Kane appreciates his candor and level-headed demeanor. Nick insists that Kane understand that he would always protect his family. Kane claims he made an offer to Victor and Nikki for Chancellor and did not injure anyone. Nick believes Kane remains determined to reclaim Chancellor, even if it means using force. Sharon believes Phyllis has made her decision and is side with Kane. Phyllis claims she never stated that. She was only thinking aloud. According to Sharon, Kane purchased the athletic club and may have already removed Phyllis's possessions. If Kane is the answer for Phyllis, perhaps she should abandon those she cares about and trusts. Phyllis claims no one has her back, and she deserves credit for not alerting Kane about Adam slithering in and out of the Dumas estate. She was sworn to silence, but if she was out on her own, she would have informed Kane about it. Sharon wonders if she will keep that secret from Kane. Kane tells Nick that he never imagined a simple act of friendship would be misconstrued by anyone. Dumas is finished, and there is no need for them to be enemies. Couldn't they just give each other a break? He extends his hand for Nick to shake. Nick does not take his hand. He says he can't wait to hear the words that his family doesn't have to worry about. Kane says he believes the Newmans will always be fine. Nick looks him in the eyes, doesn't trust him, but shakes his hand. Sharon and Phyllis watch as they shake hands.